After a recent report suggested that he has backstage issues with him, MVP posts a video with Speedball Mike Bailey jokingly telling each other to go F themselves. We've got the details on that. Plus, Austin Theory has been removed from the internal WWE roster. We've got an update on if he's possibly being sidelined with an injury. Bro Dito defeat the Young Bucks to advance in the AEW Tag Team Title Eliminator Tournament. Alex Windsor pins Billy Starks on Dynamite and is set for a TBS title match at Forbidden Door. Roman Reigns reportedly is set to be written off WWE television in the near future. Seth Rollins' original match for WWE SummerSlam has been revealed. Karrion Kross and Scarlett reportedly have both been offered new WWE contracts. The Gates of Agony reportedly have signed new long-term deals with All Elite Wrestling. Several matches are confirmed for next week's edition of AEW Dynamite. Matches are also confirmed for Saturday's edition of AEW Collision. And Trick Williams will be on tonight's edition of TNA Impact. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with the latest when it comes to backstage heat on the Hurt Syndicate and specifically their mouthpiece, that being one MVP. Now, there was a report coming from Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp suggesting that there were some backstage issues with the Hurt Syndicate. Now, there was this report that initially emerged from J-Cup 2013 on Twitter Spaces, and it was corroborated by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select about the Hurt Syndicate, that being MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin. One of the notables in the write-up was that MVP is not fond of Speedball Mike Bailey, and it was a well-known issue backstage. It was also noted that MVP was not on board with the idea of the Hurt Syndicate losing the AEW World Tag Team Championships to Jet Speed, the tag team consisting of Bailey and Kevin Knight. In response to the reports that have circulated on social media, MVP posted a video to his Instagram of the Hurt Syndicate running into Bailey backstage. Bailey was filming his vlog and MVP popped in and had some choice words which were responded to by Bailey himself. Here's what the video actually had to offer.
About these tag team things, man.
Pretty disappointed that fuck you, Speedball. Well, fuck you too, MVP. Hey, tell him.
Fuck you, Speedball. Fuck you, Speedball.
Well, fuck you guys too.
Now, Austin Theory, an update on Austin Theory and his WWE absence of television. Austin Theory, according to a new report, has been removed from WWE's active roster, prompting speculation about his future. We'll talk about that in just a second. Theory has not wrestled since the July 14th WWE main event tapings, with his last major appearance coming on the May 5th edition of WWE Raw. On TV, it's been mentioned that Theory is currently injured, with former A-Town Down Under tag team partner Grayson Waller now working with the New Day. Per a report from PW Insider, Theory has been removed from WWE's active roster and placed instead on the internal miscellaneous section of the roster, a spot reserved for injured stars and those with special deals such as John Cena, Titus O'Neil, and others. Fightful Select followed up, stating that Theory's place on the miscellaneous roster is seemingly due to being injured, although the status of Theory's injury is currently not yet known. A former WWE Tag Team Champion, Money in the Bank holder, and two-time former United States Champion, Theory's stock has fallen in recent years, with his last main roster PLE appearance coming at the WrestleMania XL Night 1 event in April of 2024. Theory did wrestle on NXT's Vengeance Day PLE in February of this year. So, of course, if we get any more details on the nature of his injury, we'll let you know in a future video. Going to last night's AEW Dynamite, and a tag team has advanced in the AEW Tag Team Championship Eliminator Tournament. Brody King and Bandito are so close to securing a spot at Forbidden Door. On the August 6th edition of AEW Dynamite, the Young Bucks faced off against Bandito in the semifinals of the AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator Tournament. Their fast-paced encounter added with a shocking result as Bandito was able to pull off the victory. Bandito made the successful pin on Matt Jackson after nailing him with an assisted frog splash. With the win, Brody King and Bandito will now face FTR in the finals of the tournament. The winning team will challenge the Hurt Syndicate's Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin for the AEW World Tag Team Championships at the upcoming AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door pay-per-view in London. The loss is devastating for the Young Bucks, as they've now lost 2 out of their last 3 tag team matches. Furthermore, the Bucks are still dealing with the production issues, as their nameplate on last night's show read Max and Jeremy. This is a reference to their name in TNA Wrestling as Generation Me. Alex Windsor is getting a shot at the TBS Championship to Forbidden Door. On the August 6th edition of AEW Dynamite, Billy Starks, Alex Windsor, Queen Aminata, and Sky Blue faced off in a 4-way match. The stakes were high, with the winner advancing to the TBS 4-way match at the upcoming Forbidden Door pay-per-view. In the end, Alex Windsor continued her winning ways, trapping Billy Starks in a cradle pin to secure the victory. Now, of course, she will move on to Forbidden Door. Windsor and Mercedes Moné will be joined in the match by one woman from CMLL and one woman from Stardom. Of course, we'll update you once those participants have been confirmed for the upcoming TBS Championship match. Roman Reigns, bit of an update on his WWE future. Roman Reigns may not be far away from another hiatus from WWE programming. Reigns was laid out by Bronson Reed with multiple tsunamis on the post-SummerSlam edition of Monday Night Raw, with his shoes being stolen once again. There was speculation the spot may have been set up the latest Reigns absence from WWE TV, but the Wells Fargo Center has announced that Reigns will be in Philadelphia for the August 18th episode of Raw. Stephen Mulhausen of DAZN has reported that Reigns will begin filming of the Street Fighter movie in September, with PW Insider also noting the former WWE Universal Champion is scheduled to be on the set of the movie in Australia for 4 weeks, beginning on September 2nd. Should production run on time, Reigns will finish filming of the Street Fighter movie the week of September 26th. While Reigns may be gone from WWE TV for a month, the company are confident filming of Street Fighter won't interfere with the company's storytelling. Reigns is set for a major role in the movie, portraying Akuma. Now, Seth Rollins, he's the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and possibly he was set to defend his championship on Night 2 of SummerSlam. WWE's original plans called for Seth Rollins to defend the World Heavyweight Championship on Night 2 of the biggest event of the summer. It has now been revealed. Rollins pulled off what has been dubbed the ruse of the century on Night 1 of SummerSlam, as it was revealed that he faked an injury since the July 12th edition of Saturday Night's main event, which led to him cashing in on CM Punk to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. While plans for Rollins' cashing attempt at SummerSlam did leak, the 39-year-old went to extreme lengths to try and keep those plans hidden, working friends and colleagues about having a legitimate injury. Rollins defended the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of the post-SummerSlam edition of Monday Night Raw, going one-on-one with LA Knight. The match ultimately ended in a disqualification after CM Punk attacked Rollins. Dave Meltzer has reported on Wrestling Observer Radio, however, that the match was originally considered for Night 2 of SummerSlam. Quote, "By the way, you know that match with Seth and LA Knight? On the original card they were considering, it was like an asterisk there. They were considering Seth and LA Knight in a title match on the Sunday show, where he would win the title on Saturday and defend it on Sunday. And instead of putting it on Sunday, they decided to put it on Raw last night with no advertising. But that match was also always scheduled to happen this week. That was planned at least several weeks beforehand," Meltzer said. Now, the DQ finish appears to be setting up a Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus LA Knight triple threat match, potentially at the Clash in Paris upcoming PLE at the end of this month. Now, massive updates here on the WWE futures of Karrion Kross and Scarlett, because according to a new report, WWE have reportedly offered a new contract to the Monday Night Raw superstar. That is according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, with Meltzer also noting that he doesn't expect Kross to leave the company, speculating WWE could be trying to work a situation similar to R-Truth's legitimate exit and sudden return to the company from earlier this year. Quote, "I think the Karrion Kross thing smells like an angle. They plugged his book, and then Paul Heyman today on Errol Hawani's show talked about him being like this new Steve Austin, so it's like he ain't going anywhere. But I was told the story about him not being signed to a contract, I heard that is legit, but he did get an offer. Maybe when the story was put out there, he didn't get an offer was written, it was accurate, but I was told he's gotten an offer, and I don't expect him to be going anywhere," Meltzer said. it was almost like the way this whole thing went down that I was thinking that R-Truth thing was a shoot, and it did so well that it's like maybe we can work everyone into another R-Truth story. They're going to work and work and work because they think that's the deal. People got mad at me for even suggesting this, but the amount of distrust there will be there 6 months from now is pretty damn high. Now, Karrion Kross's contract is due to expire this coming weekend, as well as Scarlett's, according to a report from Fightful Select. And that report noted that a WWE higher-up had claimed Kross and Scarlett's contracts were coming to an end and they hadn't been offered new deals. Regardless of the situation, there is plenty of fan support within WWE for Kross, which was displayed at the SummerSlam post-show when fans chanted, "We want Kross," something Triple H thought were "We want Brock" chants, but he was mistaken. Speaking of contracts, the Gates of Agony have signed new multi-year long-term deals with All Elite Wrestling. On August 6th, the Gates of Agony duo of Korn and Toa Leona posted tweets with AEW owner Tony Khan. Fightful Select was able to confirm that the duo have both signed long-term multi-year contracts to remain a part of All Elite Wrestling. The Gates of Agony recently joined Ricochet as part of a new faction. They also held the Ring of Honor 6-man Tag Team Championships alongside Brian Cage, who has been sidelined with an injury. Steve Kay of Paragon Talent Agency worked on the contracts with Tony Khan and was pictured with the duo on Twitter as they alluded to it. Now, going to next week's edition of AEW Dynamite on TBS. For the first time in nearly a year, Stokely Hathaway will get in the ring as he's scheduled to face Adam Copeland in a singles match. Copeland has vowed to destroy Hathaway, even taunting FTR to get involved in the match. If Dax Howard and Cash Wheeler choose to help Big Stoke in the match, Copeland's no contact clause will be voided. In addition to that, former AEW World Champion Jon Moxley will get the chance to face off against Kevin Knight. This match comes just 1 week after Moxley defeated Knight's tag team partner in Jet Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey. Furthermore, this will be Knight's first AEW singles match in over 3 months. Kazuchika Okada was the last person to face Knight in one-on-one action in AEW, defeating him on a May episode of AEW Dynamite. Now, matches have also been confirmed for an upcoming episode of AEW Collision. First, the TNT Championship will be up for grabs as Kyle Fletcher will put his newly won bout on the line against New Japan Pro Wrestling's Tomohiro Ishii. Fletcher issued an open challenge on Wednesday's episode of AEW Dynamite. Also, AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page will team with Jet Speed to face off against La Faction Ingobernable trio of Dralistico, Roosh, and the Beast Mortos. Furthermore, Queen Aminata, Tay Mello, and Willow Nightingale will come together to face the Triangle of Madness trio of Tekla, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart. And finally, TNA World Champion and WWE NXT Superstar Trick Williams is confirmed for tonight's episode of TNA Impact. TNA Wrestling announced that Trick will open tonight's edition of the program. Trick is set to defend the TNA World Championship against Moose at TNA Emergence. Moose made a surprise appearance on Tuesday's WWE NXT in an in-ring segment with Trick, NXT Champion Obafemi, and Javon Evans. Other matches that are confirmed for tonight's edition of TNA Impact are Joe Hendry versus Mustafa Ali, the Elegance brand versus Xia Brookside and Li Ying Li. The TNA Knockouts World Championship will be on the line as JC Jane, a fellow WWE NXT superstar, defends her title against Ash by Elegance, and the TNA International Championship will be on the line as Steve Macklin defends against Jake Something. But there you go, guys. It's latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, as you can see right there. Just 7 subscribers away from 23,600 subscribers on that road to 25k. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Let's see if we can get 25k in 2025. In addition, you can become a member of the WN365 roster. Links in the video description below. You can scan the QR code, get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, as always, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.